Low 1692, customer Roberts. Let me show you, this is an older home, but there is no lead RRP rule here because all of the surfaces you're looking at are sheetrock with new sheetrock. So there's nothing here that we have to do any kind of lead testing or anything on. We're not doing any demo. So that being said, start over here. This is a back wall that's not in your drawing. And if you take a look, the corner cabinet or the corner of the room there is about 9 inches to the window. That is where the wall returns and goes straight across. You've got an island in this room that's about 4 foot too long. You need to look at that with the customer, figure out what you guys want to do with it. 72 inches would be about the max island width that we're going to be able to get in this and have plenty of room. So couple things on the windows. They're casing the windows in with 5-inch window trims. You see these arrows here. These are the speculated areas where the trim is going to come to 5 inches off the inset edge. So I've given you measurements of true size on the window with the trim, from the corner to the edge of the trim, trim to width, trim to width. Now this, yeah, that's your standard breaker box, and that cannot be covered by a pantry. That's against the National Electrical Code. Cannot put a pantry box within 18 inches of the center line, left, right, up, down of this actual panel. So that being said, we could put a pantry here on the left, which would be like a 33-inch pantry, hold 3 inches margin off of this molding, okay? 33-inch pantry. Here on the base, this will be a base 30. And then when you do that, that'll give you about 3 inches to this side. So we should be good in here at about 3 inches margin, 1.5 inch margin off each side. Maybe this is a 27 and this is a 30, one or the other. Just work with it to where you have 3 inches margin, because the tops of the windows are 108 inches. There's a pediment that sits on top of this. It's sitting right here. See that pediment? That actually goes back on top after she stripped it. That's 8.5 inches tall. So it's 9 foot, 8.5 is how tall the windows are from the floor for both of the windows. So we want to make sure that we top alignment at around 109 inches. That's probably going to be the best height to be just at the same level as the windows and not have any problems. Now this back wall is 168 inches long. Your design actually went 178 in it. So that's 10 inches difference off the bat, but make sure that you go from the center of the room, corner of the room over here, to the center of the electrical for the stove. That's 84 inches to the center. It's also 84 inches to the center of the hood wire. Now, when you look at the width of this window from this mark to that mark, 39 inches. From the corner to the edge of that one, you'll check your drawing, but that one's where I've measured it to for the length. This is going to be filled in. This is where a window was, I think. It's going to be filled in, no problem. And the only thing I have right now as far as plumbing is the actual drain, and it is in the center of the window. So the drain is fine as far as placement. Over here on this wall, this is an arched doorway opening above here. The bottom of that arch right there is 102. The center of that arch is 105. So 108-inch cabinet, perfect height alignment for this wall, but we still need to stay off about 3 inches margin from the edge of that arch doorway. Same thing over here, about 2 3/4, 3 inches off the edge of that doorway. Again, the upper cabinets here. One thing we talked about was making a 54-inch cabinet with a bottom open shelf for the bottom of this. This is going to be a desk area, and I want you to get with me on materials for that desk area. This is going to be a free hanging box that the countertop will put the company will put a countertop on, and that free hanging box is actually just basically filler material that we'll build. No foot or legs or anything, just an open space below it and a free hanging box. In your drawing, there's no wall on the right-hand side. Make sure you add that wall back into this design. And again, as far as the island goes, we're going to end up probably putting a strong wall in there if you're going to do the returns like they are. If you're going to use legs, we would just use purlins and table banding to go underneath the island. Ceiling height in this room is 134, 11 foot 1 inch to the ceiling after the floors are put in, and pretty much the cabinets are going to stop at about 108, 109 is 108, 111 as your top of your molding. Have any questions? Feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a good day.